Okay, so that's actually good. I'll get back on track. So I, after the felony was over, I again asked to be terminated early, and the answer was no. I filed a motion. It was, I think, over 100 pages long with attachments saying that I was illegally sentenced to probation. And I thought, I don't do appellate work, so I thought that that would be a quick turnaround. And then I told my probation officer that I wished him nothing but the best, that it had been a really good opportunity getting to know him, even though I didn't like it, and that I would not be seeing him again. That irrespective of what reporting requirements he may have, it was interfering with my ability to live my life and make a business, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do both, and I chose my own prosperity. I chose what was actually benefiting me. And so I told him he wouldn't see me again, and I meant it. I didn't go back to probation. That's not untrue. I didn't want to violate. It's just not something I can do. So now I'm going to try to stick to my notes and say why. I already told you about how I can't go through the Hall of Justice without the magnometers, how I have to stand in line. When I go to jail, one of the first times I went to jail to visit a client, they called Judge Doran on the phone to ask him if I had been disbarred. In front of my client's family that had just retained me, in front of everyone in the jail, they said they didn't believe I was a lawyer. Then I had to wait about 2 hours before my client was brought down. That happens regularly. I have to wait over a half an hour to see my clients. My clients get additional searches when they leave. I can't give things to people in visits like my card, which is how attorneys advertise. All other attorneys can do that. I can't do that. I assume it's because I'm on probation. That's at least the excuse I've been given. I get escorted into chambers. I get escorted into jail. I get escorted into pretrial conferences, which is weird because deputies, first of all, need to sit at the desk. So they get in trouble sometimes for leaving the desk to escort me because the desk is unmanned, and that's awkward. And also, they have to sit in a pretrial conference where they're really not supposed to be, so that's awkward. Approximately a year ago to the date, I applied for a secure pass to gain entry into the Hall of Justice, and it won't get approved, but it won't get denied, because if it gets denied, then I get to appeal the denial. It's just sitting. It's been sitting for a year. It takes 3 to 6 weeks to get a secure pass, and there's actually an attorney in the community he's not an attorney anymore, who was arrested for bringing hacksaw blades into the jail, and people actually escaped. And I saw him the other day, and I said, hey, when that happened, did they take your secure pass? And he said immediately upon being convicted of a felony, they took my secure pass. And I said, before you were convicted of a felony, could you still get in and out of court going through the secure line? Did you have to go through the mags? And he's like, no, I never had to go through the mags. They can't take my secure pass if I haven't been convicted of a felony. I'm still an attorney. It's an attorney entrance. And I thought, yeah, because I'm not an idiot. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. But it's a year later, and I don't have a secure pass. The only explanation I've ever got is that I'm on probation. I go to probation to get pre-sentence investigations with my clients, and the probation officers know I'm on probation. It's the most awkward thing in the world. They call me. They don't know how to refer to me. They don't know what phone number to call me on. They don't know if they should talk to me through my probation officer. It's so strange. I already talked about leaving the county. My daughter goes to school in Buffalo now. She's in college. If I go to my daughter's dorm without permission, I've just violated probation, not to mention the multiple cases that I have out of county, the speaking engagements, and the business opportunities that I can't engage in. I told you about police contact and how that is not possible. I forgot to mention that because I didn't have an opportunity to challenge my conditions of probation when I was sentenced like everyone else, I have search conditions. So if I give a client a ride in my car, they're potentially subjected to a search of their person in violation of their Fourth Amendment rights because it's my car and I have search conditions under my conditions of probation for a misdemeanor DWI 5 years ago. It's really hard for me to understand, guys, why I am supposed to keep doing this. No matter what, I can't. Like it or don't like it. I mean, down to the most simple things, right? I went to my client who was in a very trying situation, just became a nurse practitioner, and I was able to get her degree released. They were holding it, and I don't normally talk about my clients, and this is going to be as abstract as possible, but her college was holding her degree, and I sent over correspondence, and they released it, and they were saying that they might never give it to her. It was a big deal, and I wanted to buy her a bottle of rosé, and I couldn't. because I'm the only person in the world who had to go back to court to get the terms and probations modified of their terms and conditions of probation modified, because I went to Market View Liquor to make Mother's Day gifts, and I had to go back. I am no longer even allowed to purchase alcohol, let alone use it. Like, I'm 38 years old. You want to just humiliate and micromanage me in every facet of my life indefinitely, and I just have a real hard time with that. So I complied as much and as long as I could. Not because I'm afraid of going to jail, because I said 2 years ago I would do a year, and not because I'm some gangster, but because I actually respect the law. I actually believe in it. I actually know that after a year and a half of probation, everyone gets terminated. Even people who have records, even people who... everyone gets terminated if they, you're not an issue. And I know I'm being supervised for no reason. I filed a motion. I thought, okay, here, I'll do this. But I can't do it. I filed a motion in July. Nothing. August. Nothing. September. Nothing. October. Violation of probation. How else was I supposed to get anybody's attention? I've been saying this was an illegal sentence for 3 years, and I've been serving it, and nobody cares but me. I can't live. I used every legal means that I knew available to me to try to resolve this issue, but nobody seems to care. And I can't live. And I am, so it's hard to juxtapose that, because I'm thriving and things are great, but just because I carry it well doesn't mean it's not heavy. This is coming at a significant price to my own personal mental health. Every day, I have to be reminded repeatedly of this fall from grace. And I'm on the come up. Like, there's no reason to still be doing this. What purpose does it serve? The criminal justice system is not supposed to destroy you. That's not what it's here for. That's not what probation is for. We're not supposed to be in the business of breaking people. So